to Lord of the Dance pose or Natarajasana. For Lord of the Dance pose, you will need your belt with the locking loop. So in order to set this pose up, you can either use a partner or you can use something stable, for instance, this fireplace mantle. From here, hook the loop around your foot. Draw the elbow down and in so that the elbow is hugging nice and close to the ear and the knees are squeezing together. So this is the first part of the pose. So now let's try that. We'll have Dante come over where I was, and Anton, you can use me as your partner. So Anton's going to stand facing me. He's going to do this leg first. He's going to hold the loop, not the belt. Because if you hold the belt, your hand will slip. You're going to use me to stabilize. And then, okay, so this is what we don't want. We don't want the elbow to come through the loop. So we want to take the elbow forward and up.
Well, am I doing it right?
Squeeze the knees together. Lift the chest nice and tall through the top of the head. Lift this up.
Oh, now I'm doing it right.
Breathe. So this is a really good example of this pose, Natarajasana, done at the beginner level, modified and safely demonstrated. And you can just gently come out. Good job. Yeah, that's the idea. So now I'm going to have Anton move to the mantle, and I'm going to do the pose over here with Dante. So Dante's going to stand here. Which leg did you do on the mantle?
I did the left one with you. I did the right one there. So which one should I do now? Left one.
Left. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to go this way. Stand over here.
On the other one?
Doesn't matter. Take your hand on. There we go. So he's going to come back up and through. Lift your foot behind you. Elbow comes down and then goes up. The path of the elbow is very important because it puts the shoulder into a correct rotation to come up and back. And he's going to lift into his chest, lengthen through the top of the head, release the shoulder. Good. Squeeze the knees together. As I push down, you push up. Push up through the top of your head. Push my hand away. Through the top of your head. Push your head up. There we go. Taller. Be taller. There we go. Taller even. Beautiful. Okay. Now lengthen up through here. Breathe. Don't stop breathing. Breathe. Breathe. Big breath in. And then release. Bring this elbow down. Good job. Okay, so that stretch really, good job. Good job, you guys. That stretch really gets in to the femurs, to the thigh muscles. Hip flexors, quadriceps are going to be lengthened by Natarajasana. So let's take Natarajasana now as a balance. So standing tall on your mat, facing forward. All right, so now it's a balance. So the most important thing is lengthening up through the top of the head and grounding the feet into the floor. We're going to loop the belt around our foot. Now this elbow likes to fly out, right? So the elbow is going to come down and up. The key here is making sure the belt loop that you have is long enough that this position doesn't kill you, right? So you can make that belt loop as big as you possibly can. From here, take the hand out in front, lengthen it forward. If you're feeling brave, lengthen up through the top of the head and kick the foot up behind you, lifting the foot at the back and allowing the chest to tilt a little bit forward.
And look forward.
Yeah.
Super hard.
This is really hard. If you fall out, it's okay. Come out gently.
Sorry.
Breathe. Take a moment. This is a very difficult pose. So make sure your loop is big enough. Take the foot into the loop. Step 1. Step 2, lift the chest. Lengthen through the top of the head. Step 3, the elbow comes down and up. So notice my elbow never flew out to the side. It made a straight path from down to up. Squeeze the knees together. Balance using the opposite arm. Breathe here. This might be enough. And if this is enough, great work, great job. If you feel like you've got it in you, you can challenge yourself to move the leg up behind you. If you really want to challenge, take both hands onto the belt. Lift the leg behind you. Lengthen through the top of the head. Lengthen through everything here. And to come out, breathe. Slowly come out. Release the foot. Okay, let's take hands. Fold your arms like this. And take your hands up. And then we're going to fold forward, bending at the knees. Relax through the lower back and look through your legs.
Wasn't this lower back stretch?
Nice lower back stretch. Let's hang out here.
So this dad stretch.
Big breaths here. Releasing through the back of the neck. No holding your head up. Allow your head. Shake it back and forth. Make sure it's released. And then from here, if you want a little bit more of a stretch, we can come down into a nice wide squat. Lengthening up through the top of the head. Squeezing the hands together. Press the elbows in between your legs. If the squat is too much, come up onto your toes like Anton is doing. Or if you've got long Achilles tendons, you can keep your heels down like Dante is doing. Either way, long, straight back, lengthen through the top of the head. Take a big inhale here. Big exhale. And gently roll into the back. Sit on the floor. Sitting up nice and tall. Find Dandasana or seated staff pose.